take a moment of silence for a second. I cannot believe. Look, let me just say this
Hey,
right
I'm
here.
gonna go in the prayer room.
Yeah. Let me just say this right here, okay? I I told people, I asked people to stay humble. Now, people talk smack all the time. I get it. That's all a part of sports. I'm just the kind of guy that likes to stay humble. Once we beat the team, then that's when I talk all kind of smack. Now we all got to go back and we got to go back and we got to eat crow. We got to eat our words. I
Yes, we do.
I
Yeah.
just like
or a
I
Scooby
don't
snack.
or something. But this is horrible. 21, what you got, man?
Look, man, this is when you're a true blue fan like myself, you'll encounter losses like this. And I will say, in all the trash talk that I said yesterday, I'm proud that I mentioned that Cal is a good man and deserves good things to happen to him. He knew that he needed to win this game. So you've got to give the respect to Arkansas. Our turnovers killed us. We made so many mistakes that we just simply can't make. And in the end, defense won the ball game. So I think those are the key things to note about this game. You got to give props to Arkansas though.
I, I'm 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 trying to figure out a way to rationalize this loss, and I can't. I feel sick to my stomach right now. I cannot believe that we let this team, one of the worst teams in the SEC, we let them come in here and beat us by double digits. We got problems. Jimmy, what's your thoughts, man?
I'm right there with you. A double-digit loss at Rupp Arena by a team that is right there at the bottom of the SEC. Kentucky knew this was going to happen eventually when Cal came into town. You had to make sure that you was in a game mode era of you playing this game. They knew this game was going to get crazy, and at the time, I think maybe we was ready at the beginning, but we was not ready for the rest of the game.
I mean, we came out looking good. We came out looking like, look, we gonna take care of business tonight, and we just fell flat on our face. Um, I mean, did you get? I mean, look, nothing against Chandler, but this guy was in the ball game a lot. Like I don't. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. BC.
Man, I told my wife earlier today, say Cal's coming back to Kentucky. Three guys from Kentucky on her. But it's one thing that I told her. I said it's nobody on Kentucky that was even at Kentucky. Not even the coaching staff, not even the players. This means a whole lot for the fans, but nobody was there at Kentucky last year. Not no excuse or anything, but did the players know the magnitude of this game? Because I know the Arkansas players did. And I was telling her that, and I was like, this ain't I don't know. I don't know
I,
about this. And you know, Jackson and Williams. Williams had that game that wanted him to
yeah,
have. That he played his heart out. Jackson played a good game, but nobody else came along.
yeah. Nobody. I mean, I'm. I told myself that it's no need for me to come on here and be angry because as Bernie Mac says, I'm 2 degrees past that. You know what I mean? I'm past being upset and angry. Got we took one on the chin tonight. And it's right here was a lot of people are going to say, I mean, fans was leaving. Now, when we lose games like this, I always turn it off and I never watch the end of it. I can't. And tonight, it was no different. I turned it off. So I don't even know what the final score was. Well, let me see. I think I can see it on my phone. But I don't remember even what the final score was. But the Wildcats, it was, and look, Williams, like, we even had like one shot from like Brea. Brea, throw Williams the ball, dog. Like, he's abusing these guys all night. Why are you shooting it for? Give him the ball and let him go. He's getting everybody in foul trouble, and he wouldn't even give people the guys. This is horrible.
One thing I would like to see more is when guys are playing, especially Jackson. He's
Yeah.
6'6".
Yeah.
When guys are playing up close, I would like for Kentucky to say, well, you know what? Forget it. Go to the hole. That's X out the play. Go to the hole instead of sitting out there checking the error in the ball.
Yeah.
Because when guys are playing you close and you trying to get into the play
Yep.
and you checking the error in the ball, it creates more turnovers. And we have been having a whole lot of turnovers.
We've been having a lot of turnovers out there. We had 14 tonight. I mean, we had 17 against Vandy. I mean, you could tell that our turnovers against Tennessee was a few down the stretch, but we was able to hold on. But it wasn't as many as it been in our losses. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with our team. And how does Coach Pope fix this? Can he fix this? Now, I don't think we said this on this show. It ain't time to panic. There's no need for us to panic. We took a bad loss tonight, a horrible loss, but we still got a team that can still make some noise this year. But for right now, for the purpose, for the event, for what this meant, this right here was the game of all games that you couldn't afford to lose. 21, how do we bounce back from this?
Well, it's simple. We got to start playing Kentucky basketball.
Let me ask you a question. Was Coach Pope out coached today by Coach Calipari?
See,
that's a hard pill to swallow.
See, that's the thing. Is, of course, Coach Cal's got the resume. Of course, that I saw that, at the end of the game, we just didn't seem to have any type of fight. And with this being a player-led team, as Coach Pope likes to say, I would have liked to have seen him come in and, like BC said, draw up a couple plays, get it to the hole. Come on, let's get this crowd back on our side. I would have loved to have seen that, but it's just, man, that's been the story with this Kentucky team. It's just that we kind of play soft sometimes, and I would have just liked to have seen us get some fight in there. Like you said, the spotlight was on this game.
It was this right here was now I guess maybe maybe if game day knew that Kentucky was going to play this bad and Arkansas was going to play this good, maybe they would have came to this ball game so they can just see Swaggy Cal. But this is one of those games where Williams just did what we all wanted him to do all year, and he showed up. Jackson had his. Everybody else just looked like, we were just bad tonight. Really, really bad tonight.
Well,
go ahead, BC.
Well, it's easy to say that Cal out coach Pope. Anytime you lose, people gonna say, well, that coach out coached that coach. Well, Pope, he couldn't play for Kobe, which Kobe didn't show up.
Yeah.
And Oweh didn't have the game that he usually has.
Yeah.
And Garrison came off the bench, no show. So when things like that happen, and Carr look like he still is not, 100%.
Yeah.
But Arkansas wanted it more. That's plain and simple. They wanted it more.
And simple.
I heard someone say on the Big Blue Network that maybe booing the players during introduction may not be a good idea because if they needed any type of more motivation, you just gave them that motivation.
Absolutely.
You know, you just and you know, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but it was a play or two when Wagner hit a play, and he told the crowd to be quiet because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
They
So
booed the coach too.
yeah,
That's you don't boo the coach.
so you know, it was just one of those. You know, we gonna take care of our own, and like BC said, they wanted it more than we wanted it. Jimmy, are we just? I mean, what's the nickname you give this team, Jimmy?
Right now, undesirable.
Oh wow, you just gonna go straight to the top, huh?
And I'm going straight to the top until we bring it back. I mean, when we only have 2 steals and they have 10,
Yeah,
and we're supposed to be one of the better offensive teams and scoring all these points,
yeah,
and this happens. I mean, it's kind of a like a pattern that is going on that we actually need to just put that to the side. And then let's get back to way we was playing before this game and just not worry about our offensive turnovers, our personal fouls. Just get back to playing what Mark Popes wants you to play.
but you know what? Tonight we wasn't in foul trouble though.
No, we was
wasn't.
not in foul trouble.
You know, we wasn't in foul trouble. And if you're not in foul trouble, that allows you to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
The refs was letting us play. They was letting them play. I mean, they was actually calling fouls against Arkansas more than they was us. But down the stretch, like 21 just said, we just didn't have that get up and spark. It was like if we missed, even look, it was hard watching Ortega miss a shot because he would miss a shot and his whole shoulders and head would just drop.
Yeah.
And he would just run back down the court. A little run back down the court. It wasn't that I missed a shot, short-term memory, get back on defense, get a stop, get back. Now, he did have one big dunk. He had one big, well, was it him or was, I think Williams had a big dunk too.
Williams.
Owe had a big dunk too.
Owe had a big dunk too.
But, you know, it was just like you just didn't feel like it just felt like everything went Arkansas's way tonight, and no matter what we did tonight, it just never was good enough, especially once Arkansas got their legs up on them and they said, dude, we can beat Kentucky. We're going to beat Kentucky tonight. We ain't going back to Fayette. We ain't going back to Arkansas with a loss. And they did exactly that. They came here, they played basketball, and then they walked out of the arena and told everybody they know where they can kiss it at, and then they kept going. In our freaking arena.
Well,
this is what's so bad.
Well, it's hard to get a win when you can't stay in front of the guys.
DJ Wagner did what he wanted to do. And what was that with Jackson Robinson missing so many free throws tonight?
I was just about to say something about that, man. When he missed those 2 free throws in the end, much like you said about Owe missing a shot, Jackson Robinson just kind of looked down. And,
he was what, 4 for 8?
Yeah. He was Robinson was he missed 4 free throws tonight, dude. 4 free throws.
What did Trent Noah do? Miss class or something?
He didn't. Yeah. Well, why was he in the lineup? Why didn't he play?
That's why I'm saying I was so amazed to see Chandler play so much ball tonight and not Noah. And he just. I love Coach Pope. I'm glad Coach Pope is my coach. I don't want anybody else in my coach right now. But you said you had so much faith in Noah, but you don't even put Noah in the basketball game. Like, you don't even give him a chance to even go out there and even play. Like, what the freak is wrong, man? Like, this is the Kentucky Wildcats. We don't let them guys come in here and freaking win in our house. You don't do no stuff like that.
That's right. Protect Rupp at all costs. Protect Rupp at all costs, man. I mean, bravo, Mike. I agree with everything you just said.
You don't do that, man. Like, if you say you trust the guy, put him in. I mean, he's a big body. See what he got.
It's like I said, the X won tonight.
The X came in at night.
Hey,
Yep.
BC, she
Yeah.
done bossed up. She
Yeah.
done bossed up.
Hey,
X1
she done.
guy, Mercedes Benz,
Yeah.
and everything, and you like, whoa, done
Just
up
Hey,
me one.
it was just how long will it take for the fan base to get over this loss?
this is a knife in the back. It's gonna
Let,
last a while.
let me tell you how long they're gonna get over this loss. Never.
I
We
don't know.
gotta
We talked about that last night.
We
Hey,
gotta go with.
unless we beat them in the SEC tournament.
Yeah, but you know what though? It's not going to be the same because it's on a
No.
neutral floor. We let
Yeah.
Coach Calipari come back into Rupp Arena where the fan base wanted him out of.
Yeah.
So in his first time coming back to Rupp Arena in about a year's time, he comes in and he shuts Kentucky down and he says, "You should have never let me go. You should allow me to come back when I asked to come back, and then you wouldn't have to worry about this." But we good now. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
okay. He's got the good win over Pope right now. Next year, we have to go to Arkansas and play them. There's other circumstances in this. We're still probably going to be a better seed, a better going into the NCAA SEC tournament, NCAA. I know this one hurts.
It hurts, man. It hurts. I actually watched some of this YouTube. Matt Jones went on to the Arkansas podcast, talking about how bad we're gonna be. Look. Me, like I said, me being humble or me staying humble and not being able to go and mess with Arkansas fans and tell Arkansas fans how horrible of a team they are. That's just me being humble. I mean, Matt Jones went on the show that basically did a show with him and just told him, "You guys are horrible. This is what I'm already look. Let me just apologize for how bad we're about to beat you guys tonight." And this is the reason why you stay humble. And I get it. It doesn't mean that you don't believe in your team. It doesn't believe that your team can't win the ball game. But sometimes sometimes I'm not telling people what to do. We all grown people here. Sometimes you gotta be quiet and let things sometimes you gotta be quiet and you gotta let everything take its course. And then you talk smack. Because like we always know, it's always that one game that Calipari goes and wins that nobody thought he was going to win that ball game. And this is the ball game that nobody watch the next ball game. They'll drop an egg and they won't do nothing to their next opponent. And then Kentucky will be okay.
Well, you gotta think, hey, Arkansas, they got a Hall of Fame coach over there. We can't forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
hey,
man, Kentucky,
he was one of our coaches. I mean, he took us to 4 Final Fours. We won a national championship with this guy. I know it's hard to swallow this loss, but we just got to move on.
I mean, it's son. I gotta wake up tomorrow morning. Look, I go to church at 7:30. Okay, that's what time my church starts, and I gotta drive to work. I mean, I gotta drive to church, and I can't even put my mind on the Lord just yet because I'm still hurt because of Kentucky losing to Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get to church and be like, okay, Lord, Lord, let me separate this right here for a second. And then I come back and then soon as church is over, oh, you got me by Arkansas. There you go. It's coming back there. I mean, this hurts my heart, man. It makes me a little emotional. Now, when we lost to Oakland, I shed a tear because I was in Kuwait and I shed a tear because I didn't have a life in Kuwait. I miss my family, and the only thing that I had to just say, I just want to be happy just for another day, and then we lose to Oakland. I cried a little bit. I'm an emotional brother, as you guys may already know, but I ain't crying tonight. We could have beat this team tonight.
Absolutely.
We just laid down and we let Arkansas do what they wanted to do. You say our defense is bad? Oh, our defense was horrible tonight because we couldn't stop nobody. Wagner, he had a blast out there. Thero, too strong for us. Z, let me shut you up. Thank you for the billboard as well. this right here was this is crazy.
I
Man,
will
it's
say, oh, go ahead.
go
BC.
ahead, 21.
Okay. So I will say, man, like you said about being humble, Mike, when you're up at the top for like I heard Kentucky basketball get compared to the Roman Empire today. When you at the top for so long, you got to get a punch in the mouth and get knocked down a peg, and then, what I learned in the Army is proper preparation prevents, poor performance.
Well,
So, I will say props to Cal for having his team prepared tonight. But also, why did we have any games like that recently? Why wasn't this team coming in wanting to win that game? Just like how they were tonight, Arkansas came in, honed in, knew how big this game was, and they just delivered. Props to them, man.
so
Yeah,
no, BC, go ahead, BC.
yeah, it ain't the end of the world, man. This game we wanted to win because Cal was coming back. I've been waiting for this game for the longest. I wanted to win this game because you don't let the coach that you used to have come back in and win.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, we go and lose games in the SEC. It's just what it is. But I see some people in the chat say that Cal can't coach. A lot of Kentucky fans say that Cal can't coach. Hey, that's not true. Because if I was a coach and I won a national championship in college, which is really hard to do, 4 Final Fours, I'm talking about just at Kentucky, and winning 6 SEC championships, I wouldn't mind being known as I can't coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
That's why I said,
Yeah.
following up Coach Cal is a big, big, big thing for any coach to come into.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of coaches was like, nah, I don't want that, man. They ain't pleased with Cal. Nah, I don't want that stuff. If they ain't pleased with Cal, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Mark Pope is his first year. He's come in. He has done a good job. But we didn't want to lose this game. But it ain't the end of the world.
Yeah.
It ain't the end of the world.
Do we think that, look, if we traded positions right now, let's say Kentucky was going to make it out of the first round this year in March, but we lose to Arkansas, would you all take that?
Yeah.
Or would you rather us beat Arkansas and lose first round? I mean, that's just kind of the
I'd rather
positions
lose to
that we're in.
Arkansas.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Because come
That's
tournament
Yeah.
time, that's where it matters. You
Yeah.
can't win a championship by beating Arkansas.
That's right.
But it
No.
would have been real good and felt so good if we did beat them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's one thing about Rupp Arena, especially up under John Calipari, we always had a team that wasn't very good to come into Arkansas. To come into Rupp Arena. Ooh, that felt horrible. Forgive me. I didn't know not what I said. We always have a team to come into Rupp Arena, and they always play out of their mind. It don't matter how bad their season's been up to that point. They just do. Tonight, all 3 guys that left, including Knox. Well, Knox was okay, but all 3 guys that left Kentucky and the coach, they did what they haven't been doing all year long. And Adu has, but they did what they haven't been doing all year long, and they played out of their mind. That's the best way to put it.
Well,
That's
what's crazy about that? They haven't been doing that, but they capable of doing that.
exactly. But they
Yeah.
happen to come into Rupp Arena, and then
Yeah.
that's when they play lights out.
Because they wanted this win for the coach. And you think about it. If you on Arkansas and they like, man, they booing our coach, man. What's up, man? Let's get this win. Let's go out here and get this win, man. And playing Kentucky, that's already, it don't matter what game it is. Guys are going to come in and play their best game against Kentucky, like we talked last night. But hey, they wanted it more.
So where do we go from here, guys? Or Was tonight a underlying problem that we probably already knew, or is this just a game that we just didn't show up and Kentucky on its best night can really make some noise going forward? Or is this just who we are and we gotta expect this up and down, this roller coaster
Yeah.
of a ride, going forward?
I need to see Kentucky win about 3 or 4 games in a row.
I don't, bro. That looks hard.
Cause this win one, then lose one that you're supposed to win, then win one, then lose one. They need to go on like a 3 or 4 game winning streak.
So we lost to Alabama, we lost to Vandy, we beat Tennessee, and we lost to Arkansas. So we are what? What is that? 1-4 in our last ball games?
Yeah.
Is that acceptable to BBN in year one for Coach Pope? Now everybody talks about, well, I'm going to give Coach Pope a pass. This is his first year. Wait till he has a really true year up under his belt to recruit, and then that's when we'll start getting more serious. Can BBN be patient with the process, or is everyone just says we got beat by Arkansas, we suck? We're not going to make it out of the first weekend. We're not going to win a national championship. We're not going to get past the first weekend. Is that where we going to be at as a fan base, and just says, hey, or will people stick to what they said when Coach Pope first came here, and when they say he still gets a pass right now, or does he get a pass, just not this pass against Arkansas? Jimmy.
I'm really going to say right now, the next 2-3 games, we have to produce. Whether it's on the road, at home, we're going to have to show Mark Pope and him bringing this team back together, because this was, it was a catastrophe.
This is bad
with this game.
I mean,
he needs to get this game back to where he wanted this team to be before they came in to play this game against Arkansas.
So we go on the road Tuesday night to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
They want to win,
and that's on the road. So that's a must win right there.
Then we got South Carolina at home, who is probably the worst team in the SEC. Arkansas is right above them. So and then we turn around, then we play Tennessee at home. So if you say we got to win the next 3 ball games, then that means we got to beat Ole Miss on the road. We definitely, because the last time we played South Carolina, they beat us. And now, and then we got to turn around and welcome Tennessee. They're gonna come in the Rupp Arena. They're gonna be
fired up just like they was today. They was down Ziegler and one of their Avicius or whatever big guy. He had the flu. They still won by what was 20?
20 points. Yep, they beat them, but they beat Florida by 20 points.
So I mean, that ain't gonna be an easy game. Kentucky's gonna get tested. This is gonna be the road right now. They're gonna have to win, go over the humps, and get some of these good wins because this one was a big one, and we got punched in the mouth.
What do you guys think about
it? It was Mike Tyson said, like he said. You got a good game plan until you get punched in the mouth. And we did.
So what about this question? Does you guys' perceptions of Arkansas change, or do you consider it luck?
Me personally, I don't consider it luck, but I won't say that my perception of Arkansas has really changed. I mean, this is kind of a loaded question because, I think they're just one of the bottom teams of the SEC, and it's an embarrassing loss for us. If they can turn it around and make the rest of their season, really great, then I would take that if I was an Arkansas fan. I do say if Arkansas was in any of these other leagues, they wouldn't be bottom of those leagues. I mean, the SEC is still stacked, and don't get me wrong, they're a good team compared to all these other teams in these conferences. But I just don't see how they win too many games in the SEC with what's left on the schedule.
Man, this is BC. Is your perception is the same of Arkansas, or was this just luck?
No, it wasn't luck. They just came out, played, won the game. But you
Yes.
know, they at the bottom of the barrel of the SEC. It become SEC tournament, anything can happen. You know, it's one game. It's not the NBA. You have a bad game, you're done. Come tournament time.
Yeah.
So they just came out, played a good game like everybody else does against Kentucky. When you come play Kentucky, shots fall that don't usually fall. You know, you got a little more bounce in your step.
Yeah.
And it wasn't luck. They just won the game.
Would Lamont Butler have changed this game?
I don't know.
You think he could have guarded DJ?
I don't know.
and look, and it also, you know, that also depends on, even though if Butler would have played, how healthy would he be? Like, I mean, if Butler's not 100%, and like I got bad shoulders, and my shoulders, when they hurt, I can't do a whole lot at all. So, you know, a lot of people in here are actually letting me know that they disagree with me when I say, why is Chandler in the ball game for? And a lot of people are really they really feel that that he plays defense decent, or he's good on defense. So, and you know, actually, I think he was in there a little bit, maybe more than Brea was. It seemed like, you know, but you know, he got some minutes. You know, I'm not against Chandler playing. Heck, I'm surprised that Noah didn't get in at all. Not even 1 minute.
I'm surprised about that.
I'm surprised at that. Yeah. So you know, this is a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
And you know, when we lay down tonight, I know that there's a lot of more pressing things going on in life. When you put it all into perspective, there's a lot more going on for sure. But you know, this is just the one win that you've been looking for 1 year now, that you just got completely outplayed at home. If we would have went to Arkansas, you know, if we'd have went to Arkansas and lost, you know what? All right, whatever. We went on the road.
I didn't want to lose that game at all.
Well, I mean, I can understand that too. I can understand that.
But I feel what you're saying. Coming in Kentucky in your own house.
Yeah. But we didn't protect our house tonight. You know, we didn't set the alarm and check it twice before when they came in the house.
Well, it looks like Cal still know the code.
I don't think they changed it. Arkansas is better without Flan. That right there might be a good point. I mean, I guess they've been playing better ball since Boogie Flan. But before he went out, that was probably the one guy that was the bright spot for the team. Maybe he was doing too much and he'd never let anybody else do anything. But I mean, he's a freshman. You got older guys checking. For me, Perry can't play point. Perry didn't have the best game tonight as well, too. He hit a three, man. I was so happy, bro.
Yeah.
I was, yes, go, Perry, go. And then we got beat. And then I was just like, yeah. You don't get beat and let Cal get the post game questions. That's supposed to be Coach Pope. Coach Pope is in the locker room while Coach Calipari, he probably looked up at everybody and in his heart says, I told you guys, this is my house. Don't ever forget it.
Man.
But a lot of people got up and left, so he wasn't talking to them. That's for sure. Perry can definitely play. I don't have a problem with Perry playing. With playing point. See, here's the thing. If we would have won tonight, the narrative about all of our players and what everybody did wrong tonight would be completely different. Starting
That's always.
starting with myself. I don't have a problem with Perry playing point guard. I don't. Is I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I mean he doesn't do terrible. Was he great tonight? Not necessarily. But at the end of the day, I mean he didn't really get a lot of minutes tonight. Out of the three freshmen, Chandler got the most minutes.
Here's the issue I have, fellas. The issue I have, our defense, is it's not getting any better.
Yeah.
You can't. It's hard to win when you can't stop the other team.
Yeah.
And we it was a point we cut the lead, but we couldn't get back-to-back stops.
Yeah.
And also, I hate when we're checking the air in the ball. We just out there dribbling, handing it off, dribbling.
Yeah.
And we need to go to the hole. And I said, Mike, you remember on the show, we need to take notes from Oway in that Vanderbilt game. Okay. We need to get to the hole, man. We got to go to the hole.
Is that up to Coach Pope to enforce that? Because his first thing is if we're gonna shoot threes and we're gonna shoot a lot of them. So so does this fall on the head of the head guy in charge to enforce that?
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be a point where if somebody's guarding you that close out there and you just dribbling the ball back and forth without going to the hole,
yeah,
that's the issue.
Well, I mean, we got to get that fixed. We got.
Go ahead, Mike.
No. I'll go 21.
We were talking about what the next few games look like. I don't want to hear about how our defense is a work in progress over the next 3 games. Yeah. I don't. Ole Miss lost to Mississippi State, and we beat Mississippi State at home. We should take care of business. We should.
I don't.
Arkansas has better talent.
Is that
what y'all
true?
Think about that?
Is that true? You think they do, Jimmy?
Well, right now, I mean, it looks pretty good, but still, what we need to do is, we got 3 games ahead of us. You got to win these games. Arkansas, they're in a situation where they're 2-6 now. We're 4-4. So, I mean, we've got games that it's going to be very difficult for us to even maybe to get the first round bye instead of a double bye right now.
Are we playing on Wednesday night? Was it Wednesday? It's Wednesday night, right? Wednesday or Thursday night? I think it is. What's the first night of the tournament? Wednesday night, right? Of the SEC tournament starts on Wednesday.
If it's a single bye, we play on Thursday, and then a double bye plays on Friday.
Okay. So the SEC tournament starts on Thursday nights.
Well, it starts actually on Wednesday.
That's going to be Kentucky and Vandy. That's going to be Kentucky and Arkansas.
Well, I mean, it could be. I hope it's not. Hopefully we'll get at least a bid in where we don't have to play the first round game on Wednesday. Hopefully we'll play on Thursday, but that means that we have to right now we gotta ball out.
I think so. Is he a first round draft pick?
Yeah, probably. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
That with the question.
Yeah.
It's a lot of teams that have more talented than Kentucky.
Absolutely.
Yes. The thing going in was we have experience and fundamentals was the thing that I also talked about. We have to be fundamentally sound. Yeah, it's a whole lot of teams that are more talented than Kentucky. It's straight up.
Well, I believe Duke was more talented.
Yeah, Duke's more talented.
We ended up winning that game. Yeah. Gonzaga, we found ways to win them games, and right now, It just seems like we're in a a groove to where they want to do it, but they just can't do it.
At the point we are right now in our season, and we sit here and we talk about Kentucky has experienced players. How should we at this particular point in the season with seasoned players? How can we have faith in Coach Pope that he can take these guys that are supposed to have a lot of experience and fix this? Or do we just go out there and try to outscore people and let's just see what happens?
Well, I mean, you can have faith and fall back on our in-season resume
Yeah,
so far. We've got some really impressive wins. Here's the crazy thing about our team is, coming into the season, I was talking about how, we can punch above our weight class a lot of the times just with our firepower.
yeah,
But that just means it's going to be a win or lose night every night with how we play. I mean, Pope said it himself. Some nights we're just not going to be able to hit the broadside of a barn. And I mean, of course, like we were efficient shooting tonight, but we just didn't come to play. It's not really a style of play thing, but it's more so like the Ohio State game where we just kind of phoned it in.
I
It's
think
like
so.
it's like we walked into the game expecting to win just because we were at Rupp, and this is how Kentucky basketball history was supposed to be built. I mean, it's just we got punched in the mouth, guys.
Dude.
When
I
you
Go ahead.
that's why I was saying, and when it comes to league play, it's very important to put together a 4-game, 5-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Simply because tournament time, you can't go out there and play one good game, then lay an egg the next one.
Because you're done.
You lay an egg the next one, you're done. It's
Yeah.
very important right now for Kentucky to go on a 3-4 game winning streak. Very important. Right now, where we're standing, it's very important to win the next 4 games.
I wonder why this person said this. Rare 3, he put up a comment and says, as sad as I am to admit it, our fans needed this. Is this, are you Rare 3, are you a Kentucky fan or Arkansas fan? Did the Kentucky fans need to be humble? Do you think Kentucky fans would be this? Would you think the Kentucky fans would be this loud and vocal for the rest of the year? Or was this the game that we says, okay, we still believe our Wildcats can be really good, but we're gonna humble ourselves and we're gonna see how it goes. And we never stood it. This okay, so my apologies. So Red 3, he's actually a UK fan. And I actually asked the question: is this a trap game? Is this?
Yeah.
I asked the
Yeah.
question: is this was? And you actually mentioned it, and
You
Brian, you
supposed to
actually
win.
commented, yeah, you supposed to win, and this right here was just, and I felt the same way. It was something that was just deep down off in me that just would not let me just relax about this ball game. The same way it was against Georgia. It's just something just wouldn't let me. I just didn't have peace about it. I couldn't allow myself to just go somewhere and say, yeah, Kentucky's just getting ready to just blow out Arkansas. Kentucky's just getting ready to kill Arkansas. Whoa, pump your brakes, homeboy. Just slow down a little bit. Let's see what happens during the ball game. And we see what happened. And so for me, I hope that I see that Kentucky fans, and I love you guys. I mean, you get, I love you. But let's be humble for a second. In each ball game, once we win the ball game, then we celebrate really big, okay? For real. Then we can start saying catch by 90.
Well, the question was, as we talked about, was they going to come out with the intensity after a big win against Tennessee?
And you know what? Someone mentioned, I think it was a lady. She mentioned it in our last show. She says, I'm concerned about this ball game because Kentucky doesn't come out and have very good ball games after a high-power game. And I said that when we played Florida. I said, was this, did we exert too much energy, and are we mentally drained because of what it took to beat Tennessee, or what it or what it meant to beat Florida? Did we exert too much energy that we needed a whole week to be able to breathe a little bit? And because we had such a short turnaround, We didn't show up.
Well, that's an issue.
I
That's
think
a big issue.
I think the problem is a little. I think it's a little special. You know, I personally think tonight what killed us was playing hero ball. There was a lot of times where a lot of guys just, just figured, hey man, I'm gonna go make this play, and I'm gonna make the play.
Yep.
And that, you ride that high after these big games, like you said, Mike. And I really think that was part of our problem. We weren't playing as a team. It was Jackson Robinson versus Arkansas. It was Amari Williams versus Arkansas, which it was not Amari Williams' fault that we lost this game.
Yeah, not at all.
But my point is that we just played solo ball, and it's just Arkansas' style of play is solo ball, and they had more assists than us.
They sure did.
Man, we really put our foot in our mouths.
Well, when you go to the hole, you can get a lot of assists.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're out there bouncing the ball,
yeah,
you make a lot of turnovers.
Hey, so right now I put a poll up in the chat, and it said, do you think we needed this humbling? And it was about 50-50. Yes and no.
Really? I sincerely ask myself, look, I go into reaction shows like everybody else do, and it's fun to be in there and everything. But sometimes I cringe. I cringe at some of the things that I see. I'll be like, whoa, like, well, I appreciate it, big guy, but I'm not going to go there and say that. I always like to say humble because you don't want to eat your own words. But it's just I really hope that we find a way to bounce back. And how does Coach Pope? How does he, as the head coach or the captain of this ship, how does he get us to bounce back for our mistakes? Or is this something truly that the guys are going to have to learn to fix themselves? Can Coach Pope fix it? Is he capable? Is he smart enough to fix this problem? We're going to have to find out.
Yeah, I believe it's something that he can fix, but it has to be on the players also. I mean, it's like you can actually coach all you want to.
Yep.
And we've always said here in the last 3-4 years that Cal can't coach X and O's and different things. Now, he proved that I guess the players had a lot to do with it too, but we need to get back to basics and say, hey, this is a team. We know we've got a good team. They just need to go out, execute, stop worrying about the little things, and get back to the basics of what everybody has been doing when we have won big games.
Absolutely. Z played out of his mind tonight, man. First of all, I didn't get a chance to say if you're an Arkansas fan or whatever, hats off to you guys. You guys wanted it more than Kentucky wanted it. It hurts me to say that, but you guys get your props, bro. And I just say congratulations to you guys. You guys will probably be what I was going to be unhumble again, and I was going to say I was going to be unhumble, and I was going to tell you guys that's okay. You guys will watch us while we in the March Madness. But then we get beat in the first game, and Arkansas says, "Hold my drink," and pass that fish and chips. So yeah.
So this position that Big Blue Nation has caught us in, I will say, even though Cal got booed, I don't think he got booed as bad as I think he was going to get booed.
Okay.
I think it was kind of interesting. It was a little quieter than I expected. Yeah. And it got me thinking. I feel like if Cal just updated his style of play that his teams run to just more modern offense, I think Kentucky fans would have been pleased with that. But here's the caveat to that is that Cal ruffled a lot of feathers over the last few years. He bit back at the fans. So, I'm happy for Arkansas fans because Arkansas fans are actually really wonderful people. I met a few of them over this past 6 months, and they're really wonderful. Yeah. But man, does this still sting?
This stings. It does.
I think it's two kind of boos. It's the boo of just can't stand you, hate you. Then it's the boo of respect.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cal got a boo of respect. And I think Kentucky fans booed just because they felt that they supposed to.
Yeah.
Because you look any other time, ESPN is not showing the starting lineups of both teams. The announcement of the starting lineups.
That's already done.
Coach, yeah. Usually when you go to the game, they getting ready to tip it off.
Yeah.
But that's what the meaning was. Are the fans going to boo? What are they going to do when Cal walks out?
Yeah.
And I think it was a boo of respect. It's a boo of respect knowing that, hey, you know what? We respect you. You did great here, but we got to boo you because you left.
In the fashion that you left too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't do it you didn't do it the right way. You didn't step down. You quit and you was in a hotel room talking while you were still the coach of the Cats. So I think maybe that is probably where a lot of people's anger basically came from as well too. So
after the boos, they were shaking his hand. Everybody shaking his hand. If he went up the stands, then everybody would have shook his hand.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah. Cal's a legend here in Lexington. Like just beyond coaching, Cal is he's a very connected, and like he likes to say, he likes to be a regular at places.
Yeah.
This morning he stopped at the Dunkin' Donuts that he's been stopping at for the past 15 years.
For real. He kept his routine.
I anticipate the next time Cal returns to Rupp Arena, he'll get cheered. That's what will happen.
Well, that won't happen for another 2 years. So now we hey, well, unless we get a home and home next year. Otherwise, we just going there. So we got in the next 3 ball games: Ole Miss, Tennessee. Is Ole Miss? Who was it? Ole Miss. We play in the next 3 ball games. I forgot. Ole Miss,
South Carolina,
and Tennessee.
Yeah.
What's our record in the next 3 games, guys?
Need to be 3-0.
Absolutely.
That's what it needs to be, 3-0.
I'm going 1-2. Yeah. I'm going one losers. We are.
I'm going 2-1. I think Tennessee could bounce back on us, and I hate Tennessee, man. I hate to say that.
Well, I mean, there you go. You got your Tennessee win, and you lost to Arkansas. So I need you to I need you to like Tennessee and hate Arkansas next time.
I know one thing. It better not be 0-3.
No, it better not be 0-3.
David. South Carolina ain't won an SEC game yet. They better not light us up. But once again, that's the kind of things that happens to Kentucky.
It's Kentucky.
That's the kind of things that happen.
Everybody circles that game.
In our next 3 games, we gotta go to Ole Miss. They ain't afraid of us. They ain't scared. South Carolina, they ain't scared.
Don't let the final score. Don't let the final score of today's game fool you. Ole Miss played a really good game against Auburn today.
Yeah,
I mean Auburn ended up winning by 10, but Ole Miss was right there the entire game.
They were. They didn't go away at all, and so it's just So if we beat Auburn this year, does that make up for this win? I mean, for this loss? He said no.
I think so.
Only thing make up for this loss is going to Final Four.
Okay.
Yeah. And unless we get to the Elite 8 Final Four, this loss is, one of the worst that I've known right now, because there is no way that we should have lost this game.
I think so.
Is this loss worse than the Oakland loss?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I believe it's worse than the Oakland loss.
To me, yeah. To me.
And that was Cal coaching our team when we got lost.
Man, dude. This is a bad loss, man.
I told y'all this game right here playing against Arkansas, we gotta win this game. It's just it's It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But you want to win that game.
Yeah.
You want to win it. Cal coming back, he wanted to win the game.
Oh, absolutely. A lot.
And that's why I was saying it seemed like Arkansas had more skin in the game than Kentucky. Because everybody on Kentucky wasn't there last year. Everybody's new.
Yeah.
So it seemed like Arkansas had more skin in the game. They had players who played at Kentucky that wanted to go out there and win. They telling their teammates, hey, we got to win this game. We going back to Rupp. They going to be booing us. We can't go over in Rupp and lose. It seems like they had more skin in the game.
I think so. Yeah, I mean they've been shooting on the rims before, so they already know them. So they just showed us, hey, I know the soft spots in the rims. Just get me on the floor and we'll take it from here, Coach.
Now, as fans, we we got to win, but the players, they it's their first year, which that's not an excuse to anything, but hey, Arkansas was ready to play.
Hey, I will say, I'm the youngest Kentucky fan on this show, of course, but I will say this loss does not hurt me more than that Wisconsin loss. That Wisconsin loss.
Ooh, yeah,
that's
that hurt
loss.
too.
So
that hurt a lot.
So this is what I'd like to say with bringing that up. We're the greatest tradition in college basketball. We have so many wins. You can forget some of our wins that we've had, but these losses are so memorable because it's not the norm. It's just painful. Like I said, I was one of those people that was like, man, we're going to come in and, I predicted 15 threes and I thought Jackson Robinson was going to be our leading scorer. And
he was.
Not how it happened.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the what I anticipated was just not what happened. And that should tell you what Kentucky basketball means to us. We expect to win every game decisively.
That's true. I guess after Tennessee win, I thought we'd go 11-7 in SEC. After this, we'll say 9-9 at best. Mike Dow said we might get 9 losses in the SEC. Guys, you guys think that's where we had it?
I said 7 or 8.
Well, we're gonna pass that, BC.
I think so.
Yeah. Right now, I'm looking. Hey, if 8 losses, that might be something I'm looking at right now. I was thinking maybe 6, 7. Now it could be 8.
We're gonna play our way into a 7 or 8 or 9 seed in the tournament.
That's like I said, man. They need to go on a winning streak. You gotta have like at least a 3 or 4 game winning streak.
Yeah,
and that changes everything. It goes because it shows that you can win consecutive games.
Yeah.
I will say the fans think that we're over our next 3 games, we're going to be 2-1. That's the most popular answer.
Oh, okay. So that means I mean, what is that? Ole Miss in South Carolina, and then we're gonna get beat again by Tennessee at home. Or we gonna take care? Look, I'm sick of losing at home.
Me too.
We done lost 2 games at home. Like I can go on the road and lose. I'm okay with that. But we ain't protecting home court, so I take it personal.
Well, we got Auburn at home too. We don't need to lose that game. We can't. We got Tennessee at home. We can't lose that game. That's 2 games right there that could square off and make this maybe a loss. But still, this ain't a positive loss because I don't want to have losses like this. Not at Rupp Arena.
Amen.
It's a gauntlet, boys. It's a gauntlet. SEC's a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Man,
remember about 10 years ago where the non-con gave us more trouble than the conference games did?
Yeah,
hey, man.
real.
That's the change of basketball. College
change of everything, man.
That's right.
Well, guys, we took this bad loss tonight. I'm going to make a statement that people at this particular point, which I probably shouldn't say it, but we got to just take the hit on the chin and move on. We got to get up in the morning and figure out how we can be better on Tuesday night. The days are coming, and we can't stop it. So they can put their heads down and they can go in the locker room and they can be angry. I think Amari Williams was frustrated with some of the guys tonight. And I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but you can tell some of the guys, as you said, 21, we played selfish ball tonight. And if we would have just put the ball down in Amari's hands a lot more, there's no telling what he could have did. He could have probably had 30 points tonight. But we refused to play team ball, and we wanted to play my ball. And because of that, Kentucky took a bad loss tonight against Oakland. It's not the season's not over. We still got a chance. This is going to sting for a very long time. Some people will never forget this loss. I mean, well, let me put it like this. If you're a Kentucky fan, you'll never forget this loss, ever.
No.
You can ask somebody 20 years from now, and they'll be able to tell you what they was eating, what the smell was outside when Kentucky lost to Arkansas in John Calipari's first year back in Rupp Arena. And it hurts and it sucks, but we just got to, go home to your great catfish. And we ain't got no barbecue tonight.
No,
sure,
ain't got no,
ain't no barbecue.
ain't no barbecue.
Paducah and Orangeburg and places like that, I won't be coming tonight.
Ain't no barbecue.
Ain't no barbecue tonight, man. But it ain't. So I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. I know this is we was looking forward to a good barbecue family reunion. That didn't hurt. If this right here was your first time watching, I appreciate you guys joining in and everything. Thanks for all the comments. This is a very sad night, and I'm gonna have to go. I'm emotional right now. I'm a little sad. So, someone, did you see that one? Coach Pope said, "Mark Pope, who's your daddy?" And that's pretty much. Coach's swag tonight. Oh, he's swagging. He's swagging tonight, dog.
He called Jeff Ruby's tonight. He called up Jeff Ruby and said, "Boys, I'm back."
Yeah,
I mean,
shut the place down. We coming. The Arkansas Razorbacks are coming tonight, not the Wildcats. So,
that's right.
We just have to see how it goes. But anyway, congratulations to the Arkansas fans tonight. Jimmy, 21, and BC. Thank you guys for hanging out, doing the show, and definitely not the party that we wanted it to be. But it is what it is. We'll make the best of it, and we'll get it next time. Hopefully, we are 2-1, 3-0 in the next 3 ball games. If not, we got some serious issues that we got to work on. Vandy Chris, if you watch this, don't talk to me for the next 3 days. Okay, don't text me, don't write me. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, until next time, guys. This right here has been the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Mike, BC, Jimmy, and 21. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And until next time. Oh yeah, what about that picture floating around of Reed Shepherd wearing the Arkansas shirt and the Kentucky shorts? Is that a Photoshop or is that real?
Arkansas shirt that's a Photoshop.
You think so?
That has to be a Photoshop. There ain't no way he's going to be wearing a Arkansas.
It looked real, but then again,
your daddy played at Kentucky, mama played at Kentucky. All you know is Kentucky.
Yeah,
man, come on now.
That's true. Yep, that's true. So
I think it's a Photoshop.
It probably is. Yeah,
or he want the attention very, very bad.
Now, I don't think he needs that as well too. So, well, anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate it, man. I do, man. Thank everyone for joining out. Arkansas fans, go eat some pork. And until next time, guys,